Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Small Town Nerdcast. I'm your host, Bryan, and today got a bit of personal drama. Yes, personal. It sounds, I'm making it sound a little more exciting than it was, but it was pretty crazy, and like, it happened to Casey, and it wasn't really drama, but it's suspenseful. We'll talk a little bit about that as the show progresses, but we do have some nerd news and all that stuff to cover. So let's just get into it, man. Let's first off, we're still in the process of moving. My office hasn't been fully complete yet, so there's still a lot of echo and a lot of just hard surfaces. Hopefully we get some stuff in here to help deal with that. We want to get either a sleeper couch or a futon in here, so that will help a little bit. And then I'm going to look at different remedies for the wall, like wall treatment, either like with sound absorbers or something like that to help kind of mitigate some of the echo and stuff in here. And so, time will only make the show better. And then I need some more paychecks under my belt. So can't be spending all my money up front just getting into a new house, which is kind of what we've been doing, is just getting the, and we still need things for the house too. Like RJ needs a bookshelf, and we need other type of storage stuff because we don't want we have a bunch of old shelves, like, oh God, I don't know how I get into this, but I always get into this, just start talking about it. So like, we were very big on buying cheap Walmart furniture as we lived in rental places. And now that we've bought our own place, like, this is where we're going to be for foreseeably the next 30 years, unless I hit it big and we could put a big portion of amount, pay off the house early, sell, and then get in a bigger place. That kind of thing. But anyway, that's like at least 15 years in the future. But yeah, so we've bought tons of Walmart furniture, like those, the 2x2 cubicles where you buy like the little pull out, like felt cubicles you can store stuff in. Like we were at least I was very big on those kind of things because they were cheap and robust enough that you could put stuff on top of them. Like I have a fish tank on it and stuff like that. And, they just worked, good, decent amount of storage. Our books, like you just put whatever you needed to in them. And now that we're in our own place, we want to upgrade to more pretty stuff. We want better looking furniture. So now we're in the process of upgrading all our old furniture into the new stuff. So, so that's where a lot of our money's going into. Also, we decided to get Casey a new desk. The one that she'd been using for, how long? 8 or plus years, something like that. I bought it for her a long time ago when she wanted a vanity that looked a certain way, and I found a cheap alternative. Well, I say cheap. It wasn't very cheap, but it wasn't as expensive as what she wanted. And so we used that for a while. We've had that for a while, and last year I bought my new desk for me, so I figured it was only fair that she got a new desk as well. So slowly upgrading our home, our household, into something more presentable. Yeah, or not sociably accessible, not acceptable. Just something that makes us feel a little happier and makes us feel a little more important in. So that's what we're doing. And I don't even remember where I was going with it. I was talking about the echo and stuff in here. But yeah, so hopefully that all gets settled out and the show will get better. Excuse me. Anywho, so moving on, let's talk about a bit of nifty nerd news and some stuff that I've seen online. First off, Sonic 2 apparently is in theaters. I thought the first Sonic just came out like not even a year ago. I could be wrong. I have no clue. I was never really interested in it, but now, I don't know. I've heard more people talk about it, and it kind of makes me want to watch the first Sonic. I don't know if it's on any of my streaming services. I'll have to check, but if it is, maybe it's something worth checking out and see how that goes from there. But like, people have been talking about the second one, and so I've been kind of like, I'm like peer pressured into watching it is what's really happening to me. And so, yeah, that's going on. But the other bit of nifty nerd news, one that I had no idea was going on, or maybe I did and I just forgot about it. So apparently Disney Plus is making a National Treasure series, which, holy crap. First off, the National Treasure movies are some of my favorite Disney movies because they're just, it's fun, it's adventurous, and it has that little bit of like, well, what if these messages were hidden for us to find? You know, it's like it's treasure hunting. It's what do they call? Yeah, no, it's just a treasure hunt. You know, where you run around try to find stuff. You know, you love doing that as kids. Like my parents used to do that. Like for like Christmas and Easter, they would hide index cards and little riddles, which was like, oh, it gets hot in here, and you go to the oven, and oh my God, there's another index card. I found another clue. Like that kind of national treasure in my personal life. And so, like, these shows really captured that imagination of me growing up as a kid and of conspiracy theorists everywhere. But I still enjoyed the movie quite a bit. And so, finding out that they're doing a Disney Plus series has me more excited. What has me less excited is Nicolas Cage apparently isn't in it, but I mean, that doesn't make for a good or bad National Treasure. To be fair, it makes for a very interesting one when Nicolas Cage is involved. But what's his name? The guy who played Riley is supposed to guest star in this, and it's supposed to focus around this young woman. Oh man, I can't remember her name. Let's see. Lisette Alexis. Oh, the actress name. Says picked up the series last year. National Treasure stars Lisette Alexis as Jess, a brilliant and resourceful dreamer who begins the adventure of a lifetime to uncover the truth about her family's mysterious past. And then like some kind of treasure stuff. So, I mean, it sounds interesting and like just like what National Treasure would be. And I think it will work really good as a series. It could be a lot of fun, you know, because like each kind of clue or something could be an episode, you know. So like you could explore more on the clues, the adventure of finding the clues, how to get to it and solve it. Like a lot of stuff in the movies, they kind of just gloss over as, well, I'm very smart in history, and so this is why I know that. And, you know, it's done and over with. But, like, this will be fun to try to figure it out and get it all solved and stuff. I don't know. I'm excited for this. I feel like if you do it right, this could definitely pan off into something really good. And the treasure has to do with Pan-American stuff. So, I said pan. I'm punny. Anyway, so yeah, that's been really cool. The other thing just recently popped up on my feed, and while I was not very big on these games growing up, my wife was, even though she hasn't completed a single one, but she was very much into these games. They just announced Kindom Hearts 4, which I don't know if you're freaking out or not. I said it like you would be like, and I paused like you would, you know, applaud or get excited for. But yeah, no, they're coming out with a Kindom Hearts 4. I saw the trailer. It was really interesting. And I was like, who are these characters? And then I saw a guy like laying on a couch. He looked like someone I'd seen, but not like someone I've seen, but I don't really know, you know, because I've never really been into the games, you know. I've only heard about how awful Donald Duck is. And so, like, with the new one coming out on next, excuse me, I'm about to burp. God, that was stuck in there. But coming to the next gen, and I actually have like the, what do you call it? I bought the bundle that has like the first through third games and some of the bonus stuff. So maybe I'll go back and play some of it just to kind of get the story of what's going on and kind of get a hang on why everyone hates certain things about the game. I don't know. Maybe I'll end up loving it. It seems like a fun, like action adventure RPG type game. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know too much about it. So it'd be kind of interesting to kind of learn what this game that so many people enjoy and are fans of like about it, you know, and try to figure out if I even like the game, you know. I mean, there's tons of games out that right now that I've been meaning to try or play. One, Elden Ring has been all over my freaking TikTok feed, so that's definitely. But I don't want to pay $60 for a game. And what if I don't like it? What if I'm not good at it? You know, like all I hear is people just getting completely obliterated on it. And then I see some dude posting TikTok vids of his character dressed up like Rocky with boxing gloves, beating like the hardest bosses in the game. So I'm like, what the fuck? So it makes me want to get into it. I don't know. We'll see how that all goes. We'll see if I'm willing to spend the $60 to play Elden Ring. You know, I haven't even done, what is it? What's that Star Wars game with the redheaded dude, the Fallen Order or something like that? I have it downloaded. It's sitting there in my games list. Haven't played it. There's like 2 other games sitting there that I've downloaded with the intention of playing, but I've just never gotten around to it. Maybe I'll change that. Maybe I'll start playing some of those games this or next week. I don't know. We'll see. I got to work this weekend, so it won't be this weekend, but maybe sometime during the week. It's just, I've been busy with the move, so it's been really hard to do. But yeah, so that's what's been going on. Kindom Hearts 4 was announced, which probably means it'll come out sometime in the next 4 to 5 years. Who knows? Sometimes, or it could be like Sonic, where it's been out for a year now, and you just totally didn't realize it, Brian. So anyway, but yeah, that's kind of it for the nifty nerd news of it all, and what I've been looking into and what's come across my feeds and things. But on to the drama. So a lot of this has to do, the drama today, with us moving, because with the move, comes the decluttering, the things that you've acquired. And we've been in our last rental place. We were there for 3 years, and just in that space alone, we've acquired a ton of crap in the 3 years, but a cumulative of the 13 years we've been together on top of the 3 years there. 10 years prior to that, we've been together, and the 3 years include. So we've been together for 13 years, 3 of which were spent in the last rental place. And so we've just acquired a bunch of shit. And so we're in the process of decluttering, and then we decided, hey, it would be a great idea. Let's sell things, because, that's never going to be stressful at all. And it shouldn't be, you just say, hey, man, here's like 5 cups, give me $1 and they're yours. That's how it works, or it should work in a perfect world. Anyway, so Casey wanted, and I've sold some stuff already. I got a above ground pool that we're trying to sell, and I've had some interest in it, and then they ghosted me, which, what the hell, who does that, right? But, I'm over it. I'm fine. Maybe they'll contact me in a day. Maybe they've contacted me already. Actually, let me check. Let me look at my messages right here. Nope, still ghosting me. Did they even look at my message? Oh, I wish it told me if they read it or not. They're like, hey, I'll let you know when I leave work. And I'm like, all right. Waited 3 hours after they said they were going to be off work. And I was like, you okay, fam? Nothing. Jerk. But anyway, so Casey, after a long, hard debate and talking with me about it, we've decided to sell her wedding dress, because that was so long ago. And one, it's actually in demand. It's from a store that is no longer in business, and it's like this. It's like it comes from the Disney princess line. It's supposed to be like the Ariel mermaid wedding dress. So it's we've seen it sell on eBay and stuff for $600 to $700, depending on the seller. And hers has been preserved since the day, not the day after, but a few days after the wedding. It was shipped off to get preserved. So it's been in that preservation box and just tucked away, safe from everything, since we've been married. So 7, 8 years, something like that. Well, we got married in 2014. 6 years, right? No, 8 years. 8 years. Holy shit. Or to this year's 8 years. Anyway. So she puts it up on Facebook Marketplace, because that's the easiest place to put things up for sale. I guess we could put it on eBay and stuff, but I think they take a percentage. I don't know. I haven't looked too much into it. My wife is she's the one who handles all the financials, so I let her deal with that. Anyway, immediately, almost 1 minute later, my wife gets a message from someone on Facebook. It was like, hey, this looks great. I've been wanting to get this for my daughter. She's getting married. I want to surprise her with it. We live here in Florida, though, so I'll send you money to cover shipping and all that, but could you send it to me? And we're like, yeah, man, you just send us the money, however you want to do it. Like we have, PayPal, Venmo, all those different things, Cash App. So like, yeah, you send us the money and we can ship it off to you, insure everything to make sure you get that package and everything is covered with it. And like, all right. And then we get an email that's like from PayPal@gmail.com. And so at this point, I hadn't seen anything. Like my wife was dealing with all this, and then she comes to me. She's like, I think I'm getting scammed. And I was like, excuse me? Because I didn't know what was going on at first. But so like all the wedding stuff is prior to that. Like, because she just told me, yeah, someone's going to buy my wedding dress. They live in Florida. They're going to send me the money and then we'll ship it. I was like, okay, cool. And then she comes and explains me the story that they told her and then shows me this email. And immediately when I see the email address, I was like, that's a scam. And thankfully, it was in her spam folder. Like, I think she uses Yahoo. I can't remember what she was using. It picked it up right away, put it in the spam folder, which good on them, man. Like, that's a great thing. And in it, it's like saying, okay, well, we're awaiting confirmation that this package is in the mail and then the funds will be in your PayPal account. And I'm like, that's not how PayPal works, to my knowledge. It is crazy, and then I asked Casey, I was like, well, who is this person? Like, she's like, I don't know. It's just someone in Florida. And I said, well, let's take a look at their account. They only have one friend. They've only made 3 or 4 posts and their account's not private. And so I'm like, oh, this super scam. And I was like, all right, we block them. We make sure they can't ever message us again. And we just completely ignore the situation. The email is already picked up in the spam folder. Just delete it, ignore it, and everything will be fine. And like, it is kind of crazy, man. Like, how did this person from Florida see like this Facebook marketplace that, we only put in our area? So they had to be like searching for this kind of stuff to find it. I don't know, man. It was just crazy shit. But like, good on Casey for noticing it right away. Good on the email account for noticing it right away. And it helped us avoid a pretty bad situation, because what if no one picked up on it? What if the email thought, oh yeah, this is from PayPal, like this is fine. And what if Casey didn't, her red flags didn't go off when she saw the PayPal at Gmail and the email? Well, she's like, yep, I'm selling this for, I think they wanted to buy it for $600. So what if nothing? We were just happy to get money, so nothing rang out. But we're very cautious people, We understand the world that we live in and how easy it is to get scammed by people, And so thankfully all the sirens went off, all the red flags popped up, because it could have been bad, man. That dress is potentially worth $600 to $700 if sold to the right person, and we could have been out that money and gotten robbed, and been basically unable to do anything about it because we willfully sent that dress to an address to a person we don't know for a sum of money and sent it without receiving anything, we're at fault for that. And so, thankfully, Casey's smart. Thankfully, the email service worked, and it's a real thing, man. People are out there. People are trying to get you at your most vulnerable, just trick you, man. It's crazy. You always hear those after school specials or PAs about the internet's a dangerous place. Well, I don't fully agree with that, but there are dangerous, I say dangerous, but there are criminals out there. They're bad people, whether it's on the internet in real life, that are looking for any way to scam you or get you to willfully give them something that you don't want to give them, they'll take advantage of you. They'll take advantage of your family. They just take advantage of people who are vulnerable, and us trying to sell things, it makes us vulnerable in a way, because we're happy because we find a buyer. And so we're like, oh, hell yeah, so we have that little bit of just elation of being able to sell something and get some return out of it. So, we're happy. We're more than happy to get rid of the item for money. And so, you get caught up in that. But thankfully, Casey has a very strong head on her shoulder and didn't let the, oh yeah, we're going to sell this and make a lot of money, get away from it all, So thankfully, I married a very smart woman. That's why I married her anyway. And also she's hot. Hot as fuck, boy. But yeah, man. So that was our bit of drama. And there's I got tons more drama, man. You just gotta follow me if you want to get all this drama, dude. Like who am I, Sean Connor? I post on the Snapchats. No, I do post on Snapchat, man. So if you guys ever want to find me and see some of the silly shit I post, my Snapchat handle is at, I don't think they do at, but it's Bry-Fy Podcast. That's Bryfy Podcast. That's just my original thing, and it's just too late to change any of that. If you want to hit up some of my other social medias, though, you can hit me on Twitter with the SmallTownNerd with Bry-Fy. Well, that's what the title is. Sorry. It's my handle on Twitter is at SmallTownNerdcast, and that's SmTownNerdcast. So I had to abbreviate small because it wouldn't all fit. It was too large. Funny enough, Small Town was too large for Twitter. So SmTownNerdcast on Twitter. And let me see, make sure it's the same thing over on Instagram. Instagram is at Small Town Nerdcast. This time small is spelled out. See, I'm doing my in-house stuff, man. And I'm trying to make sure this crap, I don't even have business cards made yet. I need to get that done. And I also have a TikTok account, and that one's at Bry-Fy Podcast as well. So TikTok and Snapchat are at Bry-Fy Podcast. Everything else is Small Town Nerdcast. Twitter, it's SM for small, and Instagram, it's spelled out small. So there you go. Come hit me up. I post a bunch of shit like nerd stuff, things going around in my small town. Just things, stuff and things. So hopefully you guys find that interesting and enjoy that, man. But hit me up. Let me know what you want to hear. Hopefully I have another interview planned for you guys. Well, I say hopefully. I have one planned for you guys for next week. I just got to make sure everything goes smoothly with the recording. We should be recording tomorrow, so that could be a lot of fun. Also, I'm still on the fence about downloading or getting my Marvel Unlimited account back. I went to a comic book shop, which I've told you guys about last week. And it just, oh man, it gave me the itch so bad because I see all these comics and I'm like, where are these characters now? And how are things going? And so to help abate some of that desire, I went onto my manga reader app and downloaded like 4 new manga because I was like, no, suppress the feelings. You can't spend more money, Brian. Find free books. And so, yeah. And then, of course, there's Webtoons. I should probably be reading more stuff on Webtoons now that Lore Olympus is still on hiatus. So that frees up my Webtoons library exponentially. And there's some good stuff on Webtoons. It's a free reader as well. The only thing is if you're trying to read up-to-date stuff, you'll be a few weeks back. It's still, all the stories become free, but you can upgrade to premium to get the most up-to-date stories. So like, if you want like the new weekly releases, you got to get premium access. Other than that, you'll be like a few weeks behind. But yeah, so Webtoon's a great app. I use Manga Reader, which is impossible to find on the App Store because I think it might not be the most above-board thing in the world because, it's free manga. Anyway, that's enough for me before the cops come. So thank you guys for listening again this week. I started streaming again. There's a video on my Twitch, and I think Twitch is... What is my Twitch? Oh, God, here I go again, like trying to remember what all my Twitch stuff is. No, I don't want your update. I don't want your filthy update. Okay, my Twitch handle, twitch.tv/Bry-Fy Podcast. You can go check out my videos. I played some Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered last night. Dealt with a lag issue, but eventually started getting the hang. Like, it started coming back to me. My high school days started coming back, and I started getting some kills and getting my KD ratio from being absolutely dreadful. And so, if you enjoy first-person shooters and old-school first-person shooters that have been remastered for the new generation, you should check that out. But that's all that I got for you guys this week. Thank you for joining me on the Small Town Nerdcast, and we'll see you all next week. Peace.